foundation. We have been talking on nouns. Today also we are going to talk on nouns, that is countable and uncountable nouns. First of all, we have to look at uncountable nouns. Countable nouns are simply what we can count. For example, a duster, marker, pen, pencil, chair, desk. Those nouns come under countable nouns. And special thing on that is it has singular form and plural form. It has singular and plural forms. To use that in singular and plural forms, we have to add some prefixes and suffixes to change its behavior according to the sentence. So we can see how we can do it in our day-to-day life, so that we can move to the board. We use a and an. A we can use I have a book. I have a book. That means I have one book. I have one book. This letter A tells us one. It refers to one. I have one book. Next one, I have an X. I have an X. Why did I use this and here without using A? Because the word X starts with the letter A. A means it is a vowel sound. What are the vowel sounds? A, E, I, O, U. A, E, I, O, U. Whenever you meet vowel sounds in your sentences or speeches in front of a word, you have to use not A but an. I have an X. I have an apple. I have an ant. I have an umbrella. Like that, you have to use an. Next step is, when we want to turn into plural forms, we have to use suffixes. Suffixes mean the small letters or number of letters that we can add to the end of a word to make it plural. To make it plural, we add some letters to the end of a word. So those are called suffixes. There are so many suffixes in English language, but I have selected common three here for us to understand about these changes. My suffixes here are S, ES and IES. We'll see how we can do it in a sentence. I have two books. I have two books. This is a plural sentence because it is more than one. Two. Here is a book. Here is two books. If the number is two, you have to add a suffixes to turn into plural form. Here is my suffix S. The letter S, I have added here the letter S to make it plural form. I suppose it is clear to my students. I have two books. Next one is I have two boxes. I have two boxes. Boxes mean, why did I use ES here without using S? Because the word box ends with the letter X. So if you meet the word like that which ends with the letter X, you can't use only S to add it, turn into plural form. You have to add es as the suffixes to the word which ends with x to make it plural form. Is it clear? You have to add es when the word ends with letter x. Right. I have two boxers. Last one. I have two puppies. I have two puppies. Here I have selected IES as my suffixes to change it puppy into puppies to plural forms. I have two puppies. So these are the important places about countable nouns. Uncountable nouns are a bit different to this countable noun. We can see what uncountable nouns are. Please follow my next step. Now we can look at what uncountable nouns are. With uncountable nouns, we don't use a, o, and. With uncountable nouns, we don't add a, o, and. And also we don't use suffixes to change into plural forms. That means uncountable nouns don't have plural forms. So then how we can count them? Yes, there is a way. So first of all, we have to look what uncountable nouns are. Sand, water, coffee, milk, jewelry, deer, furniture, money, finally, happiness. There are so many uncountable nouns. Among them, I have selected few here. So, sand. Can we say I have a sand? No, you can't say I have a sand. Can we say he has two sands? No, no suffixes can be applied. Water. Can I say I have a water? I have two waters? No. No suffixes, no prefixes you can add to change it behavior. Coffee, milk are also the same. Jewelry. But I have heard some students say they have a lot of jewelries. Can you change this into plural form? No. There is no word called jewelry in English. For singular and plural for both, you have to use jewelry. But you may have some necklace, studs, bangles. I have two rings. I have two necklaces. I have two bangles that you can count as ornaments. But this is a category. Jewelry is a category that you can't count. Keep it in your mind. Count it. Furniture. Furniture. What about furniture? Furniture also the same. You can't add suffixes or prefixes. There is no any singular plural differentiation. Furniture is the static word that you have to use. Furniture, under furniture you can take chairs, tables, like other equipment you can take singular and plural ones. But furniture stands as it is. Money. Can we count money? No. You can't count money, but you can count coins. I have a coin. I have two coins. I have three coins. Like that you can count coins, but money is considered as an uncountable noun. Happiness. Happiness. These are abstract nouns. This is an abstract noun which generates in your mind. Happiness, kindness, sadness. Can you say he has 5 sadness, he has 5 happiness, he has 5 uh, whatever the nouns you generate in your mind. So that is not countable. These are uncountable nouns. So I hope it is very clear to my students about countable and uncountable nouns. So next we can move to quantifiers, because it is very important. There are so few quantifiers that we have to use along only with some we have to use along with countable nouns. Some we have to use along with uncountable nouns. And there are some quantifiers that can be applied for both countable and uncountable nouns. We'll see how we can do it. Here are some quantifiers. There are so many quantifiers in English language, but I have selected 3 here. Some quantifiers go with countable nouns. Some quantifiers only go with uncountable nouns. Some quantifiers can be applied for both countable and uncountable nouns. We see how we can do it. Here are my quantifiers: many, much, and a lot of. I have many books at home. I have many books at home. By now, we already know book is a countable noun. Book is a countable noun. So then I have used many with countable nouns. I have many books at home. This is my quantifier. Many can be applied with countable nouns. I have much money. I have much money. It is also very clear. Money is an uncountable noun. I have much money. Much can be applied with uncountable noun. Sometimes students get confused when to use many, when to use much, even especially at the examination when they see the paper, they get confused. So what they know get forgotten at the examination, getting confused. So many and much, if you are not sure how to use, there's an option that you can use a lot of. Lot of can be applied for both countable and uncountable nouns. We'll see how we can do it. I have a lot of books at home. I have a lot of books at home. That is, a lot of book is a countable noun. I have a lot of money. I have a lot of money. Money is also an uncountable noun. That is how we have used a lot of. So don't worry about these quantifiers. Go through these lessons again and again and brush up your knowledge and get ready for the examination. Before winding up this class, we have to do an activity. With that activity, we can evaluate this lesson. Yes, we have come to the last step of our lesson. Here is some nouns. We have to select countable nouns and uncountable nouns. We'll see how we have learned so far. Sand. Is it a countable or uncountable? Can we say a sand? No, you can't say a sand. Can you say sand? No, no suffixes are allowed. How can we count this? A cube of sand. A cube of sand. Whatever the measurement or unit you have to use to count these uncountable nouns. Coffee. Can you say, I want a coffee? I want coffee? No. You can say, can I have a cup of coffee? Can I have a cup of coffee? That is how you have to use this uncountable noun. happiness. Happiness is an abstract noun. There is no any plural form or singular form with this abstract nouns. Chair. Yes, it is a countable noun. You can say a chair or two chair. If it is two, you have to add s here. Remember it, right? So it is countable. Children. Is it countable or uncountable? Children. There are two children. You can't use s here because this is already in plural form. Children. Singular form is child. Pen. You can say a pen or two pen. Two pen. If it is two, you have to add s. Two pens. Right. I think this countable and uncountable noun lesson is very clear to my students from the beginning to the end with this activity. If it is so that, please don't forget to subscribe my YouTube channel, Danushka Silva, and also you can get access to my Facebook page, English for Solid Foundation, where you can brush up your knowledge about idioms and phrasal verbs and some confusing words. Touch it and brush up your knowledge in my Facebook page, and if you are really interested in that, share with